Hello, and welcome to our coverage of Perfect Match Season 3, Episodes 2 through 6. Boy, do we have a lot to discuss. I, myself, am personally enjoying the season, so I'm very interested to see what my co-hosts think. And so, of course, I have my two lovely co-hosts for this very unique show. Kirsten MacInnis. Kirsten, how are you?
I'm great, Asia. This season is absolutely delivering the mess and the drama, which is all that I ever ask for. So I can't wait to get into it, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
It's literally all we can ask. I think it's giving me exactly what I expect from what I like peak entertainment I expect from the show. So I can't wait to talk about it. Of course, we have the guy who rounds us out, Jason Reed. That's all I have to say.
Okay,
Jason, how are you?
Much better than the last episode where you just off the bat called me old. Asia, Kirsten, I'm doing great. Listen, I was having a fun time with this show, right? It's going along, enjoying all the mess. And then they're like, oh, you know the best parts of this show? We're just gonna get rid of them for no reason. Like, what? What are you doing? What? Why? No, bring AD back. Thankfully, they brought AD back like 10 minutes later, so I was happy.
Right.
But yeah, I'm back. I'm loving the mess. I'm actually, I know I just cracked on the twist, but parts of the twists I really enjoyed how they're like really changing it up. So I can't wait to talk about it with you guys.
Yeah, they're bringing the expect the unexpected over to Netflix.
One thing that we've all watched so much reality TV and talked about so much reality TV, and I'm sure that everybody listening has watched and listened to a lot of content about so much reality TV. And at its core, reality TV is about torturing people for our enjoyment. And Netflix is doing that.
Yes.
I said that's what we're supposed to do. What do you expect? Yeah. If you are here and you maybe you have or you haven't watched Perfect Match on Netflix, this is completely spoiler territory. We're talking all things the episode. These episodes, we're talking about episodes 2 through 6. If you missed our coverage of the premiere, go back and watch it. We did one whole podcast about the premiere, got a little bit more into the people that we are seeing. And make sure you go subscribe to the Hot Dummies on Islands feed and the Love at First Sight feed. We can get all of the podcasts for those related shows to those two separate feeds. So make sure you go subscribe, and make sure you subscribe to the RHAP YouTube channel. If you are listening to audio only, come look at our faces. You know, get the real emotion behind these voices, okay?
And talk to us in the comments.
Yeah. And like and subscribe. All right, let's dive in because they covered so much ground on these 5 episodes. So we kicked it off with the 2 dates that we had from last episode. So we had Juliet and Carrington, and then Madison and Freddie. I thought Carrington, because this is my first introduction to Carrington, him saying he just plans to love bomb all of the ladies. New approach, right?
Yeah, he's toxic. He's always been toxic. He'll always be toxic. And you know what? Do I endorse love bombing as a strategy? No. I don't think people should love bomb anyone. But at least he's telling us. We've got a lot of men on reality TV who just do it and then deny it. What? So at least he's honest with us.
It's refreshing that he comes in. He just says, I'm a self-aware douchebag. I'm like, okay, start off on the right foot. At least he knows he's messy. At least he knows he wants to come in and cause havoc. And like Kirsten said, he's just at least being honest with it. Because let's be real. That's what all these people are coming here to do. To love bomb their people. To hopefully stay in the house and enjoy more days in paradise. This character is just coming in, showing us what he is really all about.
Right. He was interesting to say the least. And then with Madison and Freddie, Freddie was just as great as I remembered. I can't blame Madison for being immediately attracted to him.
Yeah, I would say he's a big cutie patootie for sure.
He is so cute, right, Jason?
He's a cutie. But I mean, I think what I got from Freddie in this whole drop is what I got from Freddie on Love is Blind UK. Yes, he's fantastic to look at, but kind of has the personality of a rock. Just like, okay, Freddie's here. He's gonna smile. He's gonna look good.
I don't think it's personality of a rock. I think he's just a nice guy and probably tends to just vibe with people, and it's just not dramatic. And so it's like, okay, well, go be in a happy relationship, but we don't need to see a ton of you on screen, if that makes sense.
Go somewhere, Freddie. Don't you know what this is for? This is for toxic people to find other toxic people. We don't need you and your Prince Charmingness around here. That's not what we do around here. Okay, cut it out.
What if he finds love, Jason?
That's not what this is for. Let's be real.
I mean, obviously, in comparison to some of the statements other people are willing to make on this show, like Clayton, who says that he has the testosterone of a bull.
No, what does that even mean? What does it mean?
Like, I know testosterone levels are big in the guy community.
The guy community. Yeah, Jason, actually, as a member of the guy community, can you speak on testosterone for a minute?
We talk about it all the time at the weekly meetings. Okay, we compare testosterone levels. I didn't realize you were hip on this. I didn't realize you had infiltrated the guy meetings and know what that a big part of our agenda every week is our testosterone levels. We talk about who's up, who's down, and what we're doing with our testosterone. I didn't realize you were so hip to what we were doing.
I see it on Instagram all the time. Like, I see guys like, hey, take this to increase your testosterone. And it's not like, oh, that's my algorithm. No, it's people from college that I follow.
Hey, you know what? Nothing but love to the people who are low T trying to figure it out in this crazy world.
Get that tea, baby.
And want to publicly discuss it.
So Asia, stop tea-shaming people, okay? It's not a bad thing to need more testosterone, okay?
I don't.
Stop shaming the low T kings out there.
My knowledge is low on the tea topic.
Low like some people's tea.
Yeah, just like the testosterone of people who are not Clayton, because his is sky high, baby.
And now because we said testosterone so much, we said low T so much. Congratulations, listeners and viewers. Your algorithm is now going to be all testosterone enhancers and products.
Cannot wait to scroll my TikTok later.
You're welcome.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
I need to go refresh algorithm. Refresh your For You page.
You don't want washed up athletes on your timeline talking about, you know what I did to get more active in the bedroom? I took this tea enhancer. That's kind of what the infomercials are for.
That's just none of my business, you know? Like, if whatever supplements people need for their hormone levels is between them and their doctor and their TikTok grifter, you know?
They're gonna make it your business.
Yeah. That's between them and the guy community. Leave us out of it. So we are back at the house. It's the cocktail party. They've now seen that Carrington and Freddie are coming in. And so, you know, with Madison, she's just completely kicked Cody to the door. It's almost like he's her enemy now. Why she has such beef with Cody?
No, I love this too, because it's not enough for her to have left him in the boardroom for Freddie, but now he needs to be out of the house. Like,
yeah.
Who was it again who was like, oh, I was thinking about talking to Cody.
Juliet.
Yeah, Juliet's like, so what do you think? Should I try? She's like, I wouldn't, but
I just want him to go.
Like, I don't really, you know, and then Juliet's like, oh, you don't even want him in the house? Like, and Madison's like, well,
let's rewind. What exactly did Cody do to Madison to really get this reaction?
I mean, I think that I can't remember now, but I feel like he did do something that like gave her the ick a little bit. But
he was like
just
willing
said
to,
like, we're not a match or something like.
Well, I think did he say he was willing to like explore people that came into the house? Is that what he said that really turned Madison off on their date? I think that's around what that was. Episode 1 feels like
forever ago.
Yeah. Decades ago.
Right. You know, it's just painting a new light for me with how Madison was on Love is Blind. It's just like, if she's not with you, she's against you. Simple as that. Yeah. Carrington had this mission to like talk to every girl in the house. Didn't quite work out for him.
No one was feeling Carrington. Poor guy. Because he was like a hot commodity on Love Island USA. And then it didn't go as well on Love Island Games in that way. I think he was there and then gone like a day or 2 days later. So yeah, tough luck for my guy Carrington.
Yeah.
I thought Cody was was the desperate star of this mixer.
Oh, yeah.
He's just going all over the place, telling every woman that he can bump into, our fires match, right? Like our vibes are hitting it off, and everyone, all the ladies are just like, yeah. I'm gonna go over here though. Like I'm gonna go talk to my real match.
It's like
So,
someone says something to you, whether it's out of pocket or not, and you're just kind of like, yeah, turn away.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's like, Cody,
bye.
can you not read the room? Because when he said to Juliet, I just want to wake up smiling with my, let's say Louis' version of Big Ben out. Why would you say that?
The way that Juliet was like, oh, like that's what you're about. Okay, I'm just gonna go over here.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. Even if you are with someone you really like that's I think if my boyfriend of nearly 4 years said that to me, I'd be like
that's new energy.
Don't talk to me anymore.
She literally got up and like ran away from him. Yeah, she was like, okay, that's all I need to hear. Goodbye.
She was in danger. They had to get Cody out of there before all of the women started asking for restraining orders. I swear to God.
Yeah. It's insane.
Wild.
So yeah, we sadly had to say goodbye to Cody and Carrington. And so I was a little confused how Clayton got the win here with Juliet, because it was very clear she was like, Clayton, you're too serious.
Can I have a theory about this?
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Well, Clayton is from Bachelor Nation and people know who he is, and perhaps Juliet sees the value in a relationship with someone who has more brand recognition than the other two.
You mean her Siesta Key clout isn't enough for her? She has to have more? She has to glom onto the Bachelor clout?
I mean, think of the joint slay of Siesta Key plus the Bachelor.
Yeah. I mean, I do think Juliet obviously is not really that into Clayton, but I think she's just looking around. Like everyone else is matched and booed up. Obviously, her choices are Carrington, Cody, and Clayton. It's like, I guess I'll stick with Clayton to stay in the house.
But yeah, it's like, again, she had the power. She could have chosen any of them, but she, I guess, girl coded too close to the sun because she didn't pick Cody because Madison wanted him out.
But after what Cody said to her, you want her to pick Cody?
Well, no, I don't want her to pick. The thing is, she should have picked Carrington. Honestly, he would have felt so grateful to be there.
It would have been like, it would have been like, okay, I don't have to be with him, but at least like he could find somebody else.
I think Clayton was her safest
connection.
I think Clayton was her safest option. I mean, she can smell the desperation off of Cody. She could probably smell the douchebag off of Carrington. She's like, I'll stick with Clayton until something better comes along. I think that was really her thing.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's so interesting too, because even like Clayton, I just checked some Instagram followers and he has like 200,000 followers in comparison to like Rachel, who has 600,000. Gabby Wendy's at 1 point something million. Colton is over 1 million. So it's like, I get it. Like he's not the Bachelor level fame that you would expect. I was going to compare him against like some other Bachelors, like Matt James, but there's, that's different. He still has more followers than him.
There's a lot of obviously different dynamics that go into it, but like in Bachelor Nation, it is the women that become influencers and get like the massive followings. I mean, I feel like in any of these dating shows, the women always get more followers than the men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So very, very interesting. So Clayton lives to see another day. The matches we see are Adi and Olly, Sandy and Louis, Lucy and Daniel, Madison and Freddie, and Juliet and Clayton. They head into this compatibility challenge. Okay. It's called You Like What? And it's really, I liked it. They all answered questions beforehand. They show all the answers. The girls and the guys had to pick which answer they liked the most. And then the people had to match up to what they said. What y'all think about this challenge?
I just like the newlywed game, but in a group setting to try to cause drama. That's fun.
Right.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked, it was a good opportunity for everyone to, stretch their sexual innuendo muscles and, say nasty things about into each other. So it was a lot of fun. In comparison to other compatibility challenges, I am not complaining.
Right. I mean, some of the questions were very interesting. Like, what would you name your private parts? And Olly said the womb raider.
That one got a lot of play.
It did.
The fact that Adi and Olly are engaged and having a baby. After that,
yes,
that's love. That is true love. How do you overlook that?
I mean,
after a lot of
the
things.
literal sense, it is the womb raider.
You're saying he raided her womb?
I mean, how would you feel
In
about someone saying they're going to raid your womb? Does that mean they're going to steal something out of your womb? Is that what that means? Like,
well, let's flash back to the show Room Raiders.
No, okay, here's the thing. I'm not generally speaking someone who wants to introduce the police to a situation. But if someone said I'm going to raid your womb, I'm calling the police. 911. Hello.
Even with I
need help.
I mean, I think it also just kind of means I'm going to explore it. I'm not going to necessarily take something out of it. I'm just going to explore it. And I guess they're saying I'm going to explore like every part of it because I can do that. I have the ability and the capability to explore the whole thing. I guess that was the sense, but it was like, I mean, it was good rhyming, right? Not rhyming, but
they loved it. Yeah, the women voted for it.
No, multiple. And Adi is like, yeah, get in my guts.
Yeah. do you think they said, Louis, you're not allowed to say Big Ben?
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Different name. They were like, what's the other nickname?
What's the subtitle?
Yeah. Big Ben.
I like that Clayton just picked safe and secure. Juliet was like,
Juliet did not like that.
You can't show any fun in this challenge. You still have to just be super duper serious and dumb. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Clayton, I feel like Clayton just has never gotten out of that bachelor like mode. He
doesn't know how to date otherwise.
Yeah, he doesn't know where he is.
Which is what concerns me in the real world. Like, oh, are you still dating like you're on The Bachelor? Yeah. Maybe that's why.
Clayton wants so badly to be seen as like a deep thinker who brings something different to all the other douchebags on reality TV when he is in reality exactly like every other guy on reality TV. And I find his energy sinister as a result.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other interesting question I thought was, one was, what are you cooking to show off for your partner? And Olly said, I would order in. And Olly and AD said, yes, that's my man. She's like, I knew it. I was like, you know your man.
Well, do you guys feel like there is like would it be bad if someone chose to order in for you instead of making food for you? Like, I'm being taken care of. I don't really care who is actually holding the knife.
I'm good.
Right.
I'm
good. I'm good.
Any day, anytime.
Although I heard Aysha likes to bring up cooking together as a cute date idea and then leaves to sit on the couch.
Listen, I boiled the water. I cut open the ground beef. I had the pan clean and on the stove. I felt like I did my part.
You were the sous chef.
Honestly, that would be good enough for me. All I ask is that someone else cleans the pan for me because I don't want to do it.
Right.
Yeah, you're the prep cook. I appreciate that. I get
exactly. And then how are you welcoming your partner home? Everything was sexual. I was like, what happened to some nice cuddles on the couch?
What happened to hello? What happened to how are you? What do you mean? They're like, just gonna grab you. Job of his life. Okay, God, they can't all be the best of his life. I'm sorry. No,
exactly. Oh my gosh, but yeah, this show is a trip. I loved how they revealed like who voted for who the most, because that was peak messiness.
Mm-hmm.
And it like to note, Clayton voted for Sandy the most. And it was like we continued to see Clayton and Sandy be compatible all the way through to with them getting a date in the later episode. And then I mean everyone else was it made sense, but well, Daniel voted for Sandy the most, and Daniel's been in his own world with Lucy. So much so that I can't tell you a single thing about Daniel.
I when Daniel is briefly on the screen, I go, "Who's that? Where'd he come from? Is that a production assistant that they forgot to edit out of the shot?"
It's wild how production hates Daniel, because the only time we ever see Daniel say more than 10 words, he's saying something horrific and horrible, and it's like
yes,
a borderline like abusive partner. It's like,
wait,
what?
What did he say? I've like zoned him out. I'm like, I literally don't know this man.
He gets mad every time, like he's embarrassed, quote unquote.
He's embarrassed, or like he's mad that Lucy is kissing somebody in the kissing challenge that they were
where everybody
to
kisses.
Do. Right.
Oh,
and then he tells her, like, he yells at her and he's like, well, you know, I only yell at you because I care so much about you. It's like, oh, that's not good. Like that leads to many different things. And of course, Lucy is always just falls for it every time. He apologizes and she's like, oh yeah, I get it. I understand. Like, no, Lucy, run away. Run.
Well, and like that's how he's acting on TV when it's been like 3 days. Oh my God, that's not a man you want to see behind closed doors.
No. That's what I wanted to mention. Did y'all notice the day markers that we got to see? Like they were like day 7, and then on the coming up, it said 4 days left, and I was like, oh, y'all are being so transparent that this whole thing is like 12 days.
Well, I feel like in the first seasons, they would literally skip like 3 days and have no footage from those days. Like they just left them alone in the villa for 3 days and we're like, we'll come back at day 6, from day 2 to day 6. We'll see what's going on. And so, I do like that we're checking in every day, I guess, if they are being truthful in their
and we do know that this show leaves a lot of footage on the cutting room floor. Like there's a lot of information from season 2 with Dominique, and I cannot remember the name of the demon that she was matched up with at the start, but like they made it look like they were arguing about like yoga and Pilates, but they were actually having like very fiery debates about human rights. And so like we know like not everything that we're seeing is completely accurate to what's happening.
Yeah, very, 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 very true. So AD and Olly end up winning this challenge. So they get to go on this date where they made churros, and they basically like reassure each other like nothing's gonna happen. Like there's no threat to me or you, so don't worry about it.
I love that they were just like feeling up on each other next to this lady that's teaching how to make churros. She's like, okay, I'm not sure what I walked into here or what I've been tasked to do. I'm trying to teach you how to make churros, but you are just busy touching each other, I guess.
The churros did look delicious.
I love a good churro.
I don't think I've ever had a churro.
I think I've mainly had them at like amusement parks, like Universal Studios, or like, and there's like a churro cart.
But I'm assuming it's like the pastry texture is probably similar-ish to like a donut texture. Is that?
It's crunchier.
Right? Crunchier. Oh, okay. I gotta try a churro. That sounds great.
It's like crunchy. So it's fried. So it's crunchy on the outside, and then has that like doughy, layery texture on the inside, and you put it in some like caramel or something. It's
so good. Like then there's the cinnamon salt.
Mm-hmm.
Or not salt, cinnamon sugar. What the hell is cinnamon salt? Keep that away from me.
It would be bad.
Okay, yeah, I gotta try a churro.
What about you, Jason? Are you gonna try a churro?
Nah, I'm good.
That's what we'll do. Okay, we got so many things to do when you come to Houston one day. Cider, churros. The list goes on and on.
Don't threaten me with a good time. But I will not be biking 12 miles with you.
That's what we'll do first thing in the morning.
I'll be sleeping in.
And so I mean, as anyone could guess, they had a very easy date. Like these two are just hitting on all cylinders. They go to the boardroom. Jason, what'd you think about AD in the boardroom?
Loved AD in the boardroom. AD is here to play. She's taking no prisoners. She knows she knows what she's supposed to do. She knows the assignment. She comes in here. She's like, nah, I don't want to match people up. Like I don't want to make good relationships. I want to break up relationships so that me and Olly stay at the top. She's literally like, I want to stay the top couple because she knows that her and Olly are the top couple. It's like, I want to stay the top couple, so I want to break some of these relationships up, put them with worse people, and we can stay at the top. So I love her approach coming into this.
It's not enough that they be the best couple.
Yeah.
Everyone else needs to suffer and be broken up. And I love it because we always get people in these boardrooms that are like, oh, I don't know. Well, these two look cute together. Oh, these two look cute together. No, break them up. Like, she's like, I don't want any of these other couples to have a chance to develop into something better. Let's split them up. Yeah. Yes.
I know. I love it. And she wants to test these relationships. And so we see that it's 4 women. We have Rachel from Bachelor, Bachelorette, Alex from Temptation Island, Hannah from The Mole, and QT from The Circle / Battle Camp. So it's very interesting because obviously Ollie's not going to pick someone for himself because him and AD are great. But he's trying so hard to pair Louis with Alex.
Well, you say obviously he's not going to pick someone for himself. He is trying to undercover pick someone for himself. He's like, that Alex, I think she'd be great with Louis. Like, I really like her, so I want to put her with Louis. And he's like, right. You keep talking about Alex. You keep bringing up Alex. You keep talking about how beautiful Alex is. So what's going on here, Olly? I was like, what? No. I want her for Louis, for no one else but Louis. Yeah. That's what I want her for.
She's so beautiful, but not for me. I have eyes only for you. And so I know y'all did not watch Temptation Island.
Right.
Alex was featured pretty heavily in like the first half of the season. And then she had a threesome with one of the worst men in America. And then she was literally just like not on the show anymore because he had this threesome and then didn't talk to the 2 girls from it afterwards. And he also said, okay, he's obviously not on this show. And him and his actual girlfriend left together and are still together, which is, I feel so sad for her. But he left and in confessional was like, well, I could never actually have a threesome with my girlfriend. So it's like I didn't even cheat on her. If I had sex with only one woman, it would have been way worse because like that's what I can do with my partner. But she would never give me a threesome. So it just like doesn't even count.
Not the math, him trying to cancel everything out.
No, he's literally like one of the worst men I've ever seen on reality TV.
I see nothing wrong with that logic. I don't know where.
Okay, Jason. Okay, Grandpa, time to go back to the home.
I don't know where you guys aren't like understanding where he's coming from. It's like, she can't be mad because this was something I could do with her, so I had to have that experience. Like, I don't understand what you guys are getting about that, but okay.
One threesome over here, no threesome over here. That equals 0.
Yeah, I can't get in trouble.
The math is mathing.
It's math. It makes sense.
Makes sense.
Nobody send this podcast to Jason's wife.
No, don't do that.
I'm gonna find her in some way and send her
my God. Find her in some way.
I will search. I will seek.
Well, I will be on LinkedIn.
It's so scary because like that Aysha has the money and resources to actually do that.
She can hire a private detective. She can
deliver an iPad with this podcast to play it in front of her.
At least your wife would get a new iPad out of it.
Right. Yeah, you can keep it.
Courtesy of Aysha.
I've got plenty.
Right.
But back to the show. Okay, not try to break up my marriage. Back to the show. I like how Olly keeps trying to like pair people up together. Like, I think they would look good with them. Like, and he's like, no, I keep trying to explain to you that's not what we're doing. We are trying to make bad matches, try to break up good matches and make bad matches so we can keep winning. Olly's just like, okay, but he don't like her. Like,
right.
That's why we're going to
point.
But I feel like you have to make it seem like you've made a good faith effort to match them up. And then it's like, it's fine. We'll match them up. They won't have a lot of time to connect. And then we'll win again and we'll break them up again. And it'll be like, I feel like that maybe is like a little bit of a stronger plan. Because if you just put in someone that they're not going to like at all, then you won't actually successfully break up the couple. And then another couple has a chance to get stronger.
But Kirsten, that logic dictates that you have to actually be a good match to win these challenges. Like I don't think you just have to be two people that can move and answer questions to there's no actual compatibility in these challenges that helps you or hurts you to win.
They're literally called compatibility challenges. Jason, what are you talking about?
You're right, dumb me.
It's the
dumb
only
me.
test.
Like,
only
what
barometer.
else? How else would you know you're compatible?
It's the only way to win. I'm sorry, I was wrong.
Exactly.
It's only true love wins these challenges, obviously.
Right.
Clearly.
But I mean, they did settle on pairing Freddie and Rachel. But then with Louis, they couldn't decide QT or Alex. And I was really pulling for QT because I was ready to see her come on the show. But then Olly just insisted that QT would not be Louis' type.
Which, to be fair, based on every person we've ever seen Louis be romantically involved with, maybe.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
The problem is I like QT as a person. And so I do want to see her on this show. I also don't want to see her on this show because I don't want to subject her to some of these men.
Because we like her as a person.
Right, exactly. So it's tough for me because like I want to see her. Also, I don't want to subject her to this show. I don't want to subject her to Louis for sure.
First and foremost.
Right. So it's a tough balance to strike, right?
Well, and everything all feels just fine and safe because Louis is now dating someone from the most recent season of Love Island in real time. He just walked a red carpet with Huda from Love Island season 7. So I'm like, okay, well, he's not finding love a perfect match. Crazy.
What?
I really thought he would find love.
Yeah. And so we get these 2 dates because Freddie got picked. Madison is distraught. She's bawling her eyes out because that is her person. But, she pointed out earlier that Freddie is somebody who doesn't know how hot he is. Yeah. And that's a lot of girls' dream. Like, they want, like, the most attractive guy, but they don't want him to know that he's the most attractive.
I mean, I think it would be fine if attractive people could just act normal. But unfortunately, there's, like, a level of hot where if you know you're that hot, you can get away with things. And so you want someone who doesn't realize, like, you need someone who grew up ugly because they had time to develop a good personality.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't had time to really feel secure in their looks. So you want to keep them insecure.
No.
So that you can keep them in their place.
No.
So you keep them with you and so they don't go roaming elsewhere.
Happy for them to feel confident in their looks. They just need to have previously not felt confident in their looks so that they had time to develop a sense of humor and a personality.
Yeah. So we get both dates. Louis and Alex, they go on this date. It's just a bunch of flirting and her touching his legs under the water. It's just like 2 attractive people thinking that the other is attractive.
Yeah. She is applying that Temptation Island tempter pressure. She was a successful tempter on Temptation Island, and she knows how to activate that in herself here as well.
What makes a good tempter?
Well, you have to be able to convince people to cheat on their girlfriend.
Yeah.
Mostly by being hot and sexually aggressive.
I love these intros. They're just like, when they get them in these confessionals, like, all right, say the most toxic thing you could think of about you and your sexual proclivities, and that will be your intro to the show. And action. It's like, just say the worst thing.
I can't remember who it was on the last Temptation Island, but they all do like an intro of like all of the singles are in front of the people in the couples. And so it's like each couple's like sitting together holding hands as they meet all the hot people that they're supposed to cheat on each other with. And one of them was like, hi, I'm name. And I like to suck dick. That was like her intro. Like
Louis said, what? That is wild. Man, and you think like, oh, we're in this age now where like the internet is forever. Like, be careful what you post. These people are on TV saying this stuff.
Aysha, you have to have shame in order for that to work.
But it's also like these people are young enough now that like there is lost media, and so it is proven that the internet is maybe not as forever as we had been taught. And also, they don't know how to use the internet like that.
Well, and also like if I think Asia, what I think what you're forgetting is
Yeah,
you don't
what is
really
that?
cultivate your shame gene until you're like 32. So they have to make sure that all these people are younger than 32 to really like make them forget that they any common sense they might have. So they just come out
Yeah.
here saying whatever they want because they're not at the point yet where they're thinking about that. Where they're thinking like, a
Like,
future employer
yeah, can I
or
keep a job?
yeah, a future employer or my actual husband, whenever I get around to that, might actually see this one day and think less of me for some of the things I've been saying. They don't have that yet. They're not aware of that.
Today I learned
Wild.
I developed shame very early.
Listen, in rare occurrences, you might develop it earlier than 32.
Right.
That's rare.
Results may vary.
Yeah.
Um
Listen,
so
I'm just glad the internet wasn't around before I was 32. Let me just say that. Or else I'd be in trouble.
How old are you?
Jason, you
no,
really
I'm
are gonna have people out here thinking that you are 55.
I look good for 55, right?
that honestly though,
you do dye your hair.
it is always better to lie up. Like, I
Yeah.
don't understand when people are like, I'm 29 forever. And it's like, okay, yeah, you're going to introduce yourself as 29 when you're like 40 or like 32. And someone's going to be like, oh, 29 is not looking so good these days. But if you're like, hi, I'm 40, people
Yeah,
be like,
exactly.
oh, you look
Yeah.
great for 40. Like, oh, you don't look like you could be 40.
Yeah, exactly. Lie up.
Thank you.
Okay. And so we did get another day with Freddie and Rachel. They completely forgot that Rachel is a pilot. That's all in her Instagram name. And they paint each other. It seems like a good date.
I mean, it's just like boring, meet boring. Have fun.
It was the perfect date to make Madison upset because she is a
Yes.
painter and she had talked to him about how they would paint together in the premiere episode.
She's
and
like,
so,
great, my dream date.
and he knew that.
Yeah.
Cute.
Cute. See, I've seen the TikToks.
Speaking of Huda.
Yeah. So we come back. It's a cocktail party. Clayton is stunned to see Rachel. Rachel was on Clayton's season. That's the clip we talked about in the premiere episode is with Rachel and Gabby Wendy. And Clayton's like, oh my gosh, that's my ex.
He had no clue that this could happen to him.
He thought he could be the only Bachelor person they could claim. If they thought if anyone's come from The Bachelor, it's me, Clayton, the biggest Bachelor personality you could ever think of. There's no way they can find anyone else in Bachelor to come here.
And this is where it confirms that his like faux deepness is not real, because if you have two brain cells to rub together, you know that Perfect Match only wants you to the extent that they can bring in your specific ex from your messy situation to have this exact moment. And if Gabby Wendy was single and hadn't realized that she's a lesbian, they would have wanted her too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like being asked to be on Maury or Jerry Springer and then being surprised when they come out with a paternity test. Like, wait, what? You brought me here for this? No way.
Like, wait, you're telling me that my friend has been in love with me forever and this is how they're telling me?
Yeah. Right.
I thought I was coming here for a good day of daytime television. No, you came here for us to shame you and for us to embarrass you on national television.
Is
And I bet
a
you
good day of daytime television.
No
I bet you they only decided to do Clayton if Rachel agreed.
Of course.
100%.
Like,
Of course.
it's like there's no use in getting Clayton if you can't also get Rachel.
And initially I was like, why didn't they make Clayton and Rachel OGs? But then when you see the moment of her coming in from a date, it's like, oh no, this is way better than if they had just walked in at the start.
For sure.
And I love the logic of Adi and Olly when deciding to do Rachel, saying like, she's from The Bachelor. Like maybe her and Clayton could like meet. They're from that same world.
It's like AD. You don't watch The Bachelor. You didn't know. You didn't realize. AD. I think you fooled us, AD.
I mean, I would believe that AD didn't watch The Bachelor because I think that if she had watched it, she would have just said, I know that this is Clayton's ex, and
Yeah.
this will throw him
this-
into a spiral
this is
when
gonna be
we
a
send it
mess.
back in. Like, she would tell
Sure.
us she's not afraid of being seen as like a slightly villainous, which is just one more reason to love her.
Yeah. So Ollie, to my surprise, because he fooled me, he's excited to meet Alex.
What?
I just didn't think he had it in him.
I mean,
No.
he drooled over her in the boardroom. What did you think was gonna happen?
Not our Ollie.
Or his
He would
friend.
never.
I'm naive, okay?
Oh boy.
So yeah, he's excited to meet Alex, but Alex has plenty of people to talk to. She talks to Ollie, she talks to Daniel, she talks to Louis, who was apparently her Netflix crush. So
I think Louis is many people's Netflix crush.
It's the accent. Because you just look at him and know he's like an F-boy.
Yeah, but like people want that, you know? Like, you know what F-boys know? What they're doing.
I think we see a little cutout in his eyebrow. You're just like, nope.
He keeps it fresh.
F-boy. Staying away.
Oh my gosh. So okay. The most interesting part of this cocktail party was Clayton deciding that, oh, this is a sign that Rachel is here. Like, everyone in the country thought I should have picked Rachel on The Bachelor. So maybe this is my chance at a redo. And now I can set things straight and try things out again with Rachel.
Somewhere in Tulum, Mexico, in a control room, producers are high-fiving right now. They're like, yes, we got him, guys. This is gonna be crazy. Let's go.
Was Clayton an athlete before?
I think he was a football player.
Yeah, so he's had a lot of concussions, and that really explains a lot about what happens in this
that CTE
episode.
really changed your intuition like every other day. That's what CTE
like,
does to you.
I know they can't confirm CTE until after someone has passed away, but I think that we could send this episode of TV to be part of the diagnostic criteria.
Yeah, he spent training camp with the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, and he played college football at Missouri. Clayton, the moment that you broke Rachel and Gabby's hearts is just a moment in history. That's the only thing I remember from your season, and I watched it in its entirety. That is the only thing I remember. I cannot even picture the woman he actually walked away with. And you're telling me you want a redo for a chance to break her heart again?
Oh, okay, so but Clayton has CTE. Okay, that's Clayton's reasoning. What professional sports did Rachel play? Like, what is her excuse?
And this is the thing that's so wild too, because when this cast came out, I obviously am not as familiar with Bachelor Nation, so I asked Haley Strong from Talking Batch, and she was like, "I've always kind of wanted Clayton and Rachel to get back together. I feel like they could be such a good match." So when this is happening, I'm like, okay, like, backsliding is typically not a good choice to make, particularly on national television, but I don't know, maybe they are meant to be, and maybe this could be something, because Haley said she would like to see them back together again. Hey, Haley, you were wrong.
It's insane because it just reminded me of how like close they were. Like Clayton, as Rachel pointed out, Clayton asked her dad if he could propose. Like, could he have her hand in marriage? Like, they were that close. They're those type of exes. Not, oh yeah, we messed around on the show. No, like
no, they did the full season together.
Yes.
She thought she was going to marry him, but he had told 3 women he was in love with them. 3!
Yes. And slept with them all.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's entertaining. You know, that's part of reality TV. I thought when this was happening, like, okay, they're gonna date like for a few episodes. They'll like rekindle and then we'll see what happens. But this whole arc played out so fast.
Literally, let's talk about it. Literally the next day, he decides, actually, never mind.
You know what? You know what? I was drinking like real heavy that night, like, and my intuition gets real wonky when I started drinking.
Yeah, no, the intuition blew my mind because first it was, oh, I wish my intuition would have kicked in sooner. Then it was, oh, my intuition was wrong because my intuition had initially told me that we should give it another chance, but that was wrong. So, Clayton, what is your intuition doing?
A damn
He
intuition.
doesn't have any. He might not even know what the word intuition means. Like, this is, I think, dumbest man in a long time that I've seen on one of these shows. And Louis is on this season of reality TV.
Yes. Can we talk about the greatest sin though that this begot? The
Yeah.
fact that Juliet is swapped out for Rachel. Like that is a downgrade if I ever saw it.
Yes.
Dumped Juliet, our messy queen,
Yeah.
for Rachel, who just wants to be loved, which is great. That's a goal.
Not the show for you.
We all want to be loved. Go offline. Take a page out of Gabby's book. Find
Like,
a
I want to
human
be
take care of
loved.
you.
I want to be loved so much that I'm going to go on a 2-week reality show. That's it. That's
I'm
what
going
I'm
to
do.
Tulum, the land of love.
Like of all the places to go for love, right? Like there's Married at First Sight. There's
Big Brother.
There's Big Brother, like the most successful marriage reality show out there. I think Perfect Match is probably like 1,000 out of 1,000. I mean, listen, contrary to some evidence that we're going to get this season, it's not always wrong, but I think when someone tells me Perfect Match is where I'm going to go to find my spouse, I'll just be like, I don't know if you really want to do that.
To have a successful engagement and baby after only the 3rd season is actually pretty good for a dating reality show. Like, out of 7 seasons of Too Hot to Handle, there's one couple.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been together for a long time. Cam and Emily from season 2. So they've been together for a whole while.
Oh, wait. Didn't they recently?
No, do not say this to me.
Okay. AI overview says they are still together. There was a point that they did announce something, so maybe they just took a break.
I trust AI
they just
overview.
Had a baby. They just had a baby. I did it minus AI because I do not trust the AI overview.
Yeah, I trust AI overview as much as I trust Clayton's intuition. Okay, just put it that way.
Yeah, there hasn't been any articles about them since 2024, and that was when they had recently welcomed a baby into the world.
Okay.
So
yeah, 6 months ago, they said happy 4-year anniversary, my love. So we're good. Woo-hoo. Okay. I might be confusing them with a different couple.
Once again, see, it just goes to show that sometimes things that you don't think will work for a relationship do work. Because Cam had all of his bros block the door so that he could jerk off in the shower to get it out of his system so that he would stop losing money. And look at him now. Married with a baby.
Married with a baby.
Actually, I don't know if they're married or not, but they have a baby.
together with a baby.
Yeah, just the way the Clayton Juliet relationship broke down was so good because he's
wild.
like, listen, I feel like I have to explore these old feelings with Rachel. She's like, Julie's like, so you want to go forward or do you want to go backward? Like, what is it? He's like
backward.
That's why I want to go backward. she basically like, listen, you are making a mistake. He tries to apologize. She's like, I don't want your apology. She's like, I'm not hurt by you. I'm hurt that I chose you.
Yeah.
Call him an asshole. I was like,
she's like, literally never talk to me again. This is like, to be so embarrassed by the same man multiple times on national television. Yikes. That is tough.
For Clayton. Clayton is the person that's embarrassing these women. Like, wow, that's all.
Yeah, and mind you, Clayton can't even just pretend until he can go on a date and meet someone new. Like, he's like, no, but I need to be seen as a good guy. So I have to just break up with her now and then I'll be leaving and it will be fine. And it's like, at least play the game if you're going to be a dirty dog.
Yeah. I mean, yes, it was a tragedy that we had to lose Juliet at this point. I mean, she even got so desperate after that to go to Louis and say, should we match?
Oh, man. And when Louis is turning you down, it's like, I'm just going to walk off
actually,
the
let me go just pack my bags. What am I doing?
No, Louis has something real. with
Now,
Sandy.
Louis is in between Sandy and Alex. He can't make up his mind. He overhears Sandy saying, "Oh, I have to deal with him." So now he's heard about that, but he ends up deciding to go with even though he ended up going with Sandy, even though Alex did offer threesomes.
Yeah,
Yep.
Alex said,
It's-
"I'll be in a throuple with you."
Yeah. And then
it
he
just-
went back to Sandy and said, "Would you be down for a throuple?" And she said no.
No, it seems like every time Sandy and Louis match, they're always just kind of mad about it. They're always just like, all right, fine, like we'll match. Let's go to bed. It's like,
No.
Okay.
They're so toxic. Like the fact that she brings in JD literally just to make Louis sweat.
Right.
Mhm.
JR.
Yeah, I was like JD.
Yeah.
Who's JD?
I don't know.
He was on Survivor.
My brain broken. Just for some context for the people listening, I'm pretty hungover at 4 p.m. on a Monday. Okay.
Wow. Giving us a real insight into
My brain's
Kirsten's
not
life.
working as it normally is.
Yeah. What a day. I had quite the weekend myself. I woke up this morning at 6:00 for a flight.
Ugh.
But great weekend in Detroit.
And what were you doing, Aysha? Who were you hanging out with? Please tell us.
And yeah, did you know
You don't
that
wanna
Asia was
know.
hanging out with the cast of Survivor 47? Did you know
Did
she
you
was
know
on
Asia?
Survivor? Asia?
Yeah, did you know Asia was on Survivor 47, and for that privilege, you got to hang out with the Bare Naked Ladies band
And Sugar
Ray.
I
Somebody
just
Big Brother Sugar Ray.
put some respect on Bare Naked Ladies' name. They're a good band. Canadian icons.
That they are, that it was packed. Like it was like not a bare area in the what do you call it? Not arena, because it was an outdoor theater,
Like a
but
festival.
it was there were so many people, but they were kind enough to invite us to their concert in Detroit. We went, had a great time. They took us backstage for a meet and greet. We got to take a picture with them and just chit chat. We talked to Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray about, we're like, yeah, we were on Survivor. He's like, that, when I was on Big Brother. So we were like, are we your peer?
Well, I just, why did good things happen to you when they could instead be happening to me?
Yeah,
Shout
Meanwhile,
out. Yeah,
I'm
to
at home
Survivor
mowing my
47.
lawn over the weekend while Age's partying with the Bare Naked Ladies. Great.
Right. Shout out to Rachel for being such a great hostess up in Detroit too, because she'll listen to this. She won't.
Hey Rachel, I'm looking to friend jump if you're interested. If you're listening.
So let's see. Okay, so we got our matches this time around. Olly and AD, to no surprise there. Madison and Freddie, Lucy and Daniel, Clayton and Rachel, and Sandy and Louis. So we had Juliet and Alex going home.
I'm liking that we are at least one new couple. We're getting at least one new couple out of every mixer, because I felt like last season they were just kept matching the same people. Every mixer. It was almost never changing. So I like how we're at least getting one new couple out of every mixer, out of every episode.
The fact that it's rotating actually could make it potentially possible that like an actual couple could win the season. But I mean, don't get your hopes up.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah, I mean, more people are actually going to be able to spend some time with everyone, so they can actually at least get an actual view of these relationships.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we did get our next compatibility challenge was the kissing challenge, and the one person that thought that it was actually gross was Louis. He said, that's not sanitary to be kissing everybody like that.
I think Louis had like a cold sore or something and was told he's not allowed to participate fully in the challenge, because I'm pretty sure we've seen worse from him.
Louis.
Right. Like but he did rank people. Like he said Rachel was a 3 and Sandy was a 10. So I'm like, did he fully omit himself from, or he just didn't go all in?
He did it. He just didn't, like, I guess, put all his lip into it, I guess.
You know what? If Louis thinks it's too gross to be going full tongue with everyone, that actually raises my respect for Louis like a lot, because these people be kissing crazy on reality.
Oh my God.
TV.
Like, I if someone tried to kiss me the way these people try to kiss, if I have to grab a towel after we kiss, I don't think it's for me. Like you can keep it. You can keep it over there. I'm all for a nice French kiss, a nice, tonguey kiss, but I don't need to be wiping your slobber off my mouth after we're done. That's unnecessary.
The problem is they go in tongue first. They're like,
yeah,
time to kiss. No, don't do that.
Is that the show telling them like we need to see tongue? No. Like we actually need to see your tongue.
Tongue is mandatory.
Swapping.
Honestly, I wonder if like not to be serious or whatever. Like I wonder if this type of kissing is like goes along with how like young people are framing how they have sex based on like pornography and stuff like that, because like no one kisses like that in real life, but I'm sure you could see evidence of it in adult films.
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
I don't partake. I swear.
I don't want to know one way or another, so moving on.
Get that out of your head, losers.
We have all of these. They rank the kisses, and so the one that caused the most controversy was Lucy ranking Daniel's kiss a 9, but Olly a 10. Because Daniel's like, "How dare you confuse us? Olly has a beard."
And Lucy's like, I didn't confuse you.
Yeah,
like,
I knew exactly what I was doing.
I knew what I was doing.
He's like, wow, she must have felt a full beard and thought it was my stubble. That's so embarrassing for her. How dare she? See, I had blocked all of this drama out because it was so troubling to me, but you're right. He's so bleh.
Exactly. It was also concerning that Freddie ranks so low. For 80, she gave him a 4. Sandy gave him a 2. And I think Madison gave him a 10 to be nice.
There's got to be something wrong with him, right? He's this hot. There's got to be something bad. So it's the kissing. Okay, it's like I'm down with that.
He's a funeral director.
These are some. Listen, I'm sure there are some people that have like a funeral director kink out there. Okay.
Oh but my god. I mean, I think
no?
like it's fine if that's your job. Like, I don't really see.
I don't think it's that
like, something
weird.
That's wrong with
you.
Like it's a job that needs to happen for sure.
Yes, they have to exist. Yes.
Yeah. The thing is it's like Madison seems to really really like him, and like kissing can be taught. It really can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least he doesn't need a tongue scraper like Cody.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, good thing Cody was not a part of this challenge, because I can only imagine the reviews we would have gotten. But it was nice that most people ranked their current match a 10. So that was, was clean across the board.
That's boring. Boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. You need to be kissing everyone and evaluating them accurately. I want to know who had the best kisses. Put on the heart rate monitors. Tell them whose heart was raised the most.
Oh, well, maybe Freddie decided to give his best to Madison because he knew it was Madison. And then everyone else, he's like, I'm just do whatever.
He was trying to throw it.
He did,
Who was it that rigged it? Was it Chase the first season tried to rig the kissing challenge to win it?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it was. And so in a twist of things, they decided what we're going to do is the 2 people that win this challenge are going to be from 2 different matches, whoever ranked the highest. And so Sandy had rated Clayton a 10 and Clayton had rated Sandy a 9. So now they go on a date and Louis is pissed.
Well, because Louis didn't give it his all. Yeah. And so the fact that Sandy did is disrespectful. Grow up, Louis.
That's the show.
Again, he is 23 at the time. He might have even still been 22. So I can excuse a little bit of immaturity. He's so young. But also, again, 22 is still a grown adult. So grow up.
Yeah. So this was like a long time coming because they had been showing signs of compatibility. And we find out that Clayton had actually rated Rachel a 6 in this challenge.
Yes.
Do you think that was why he decided to go ahead and break things off?
it's a sign. He sees signs. His intuition is led by signs. The fact that Rachel showed up was a sign they should get together. But then when Rachel didn't give him like a good enough kiss, that was a sign he should dump her. Like,
Yeah.
But you know, he thought that he loved her and that he would marry her, but now he's had a like 3-point better kiss with someone else. Maybe there's something better out there for him.
Yeah, and his intuition is now telling him to go for Sandy, and so he pretty much brings it up on their date, and she's like, "Oh no!" Like, she's like, "You're too serious for me. I'm not doing that." Like, I mean,
shuts it down immediately.
Shuts it down. She's like, "I'm in my F-boy era, so I'm still going to go after Louis. You are way too serious. You are an adult, so I'm not for this."
Yeah, exactly. So that date was like null and void because there was no actual interest.
And when he's like, yeah, you know, actually, I think I'm open to matching with someone else besides Rachel. I was like, wow, that is the scummiest. You matched with her last night. You're already down to get rid of her today. After all the history, all of the nonsense y'all shared, now you're about to dump her again. I saw the mess coming. Like, I was like, this.
He said, I actually have slept since then.
He's like, I've sobered up and had some sleep.
I can see clearly now that Juliet is gone.
And Clayton is like, yeah, you know, I'm really curious to see what's going to be in the boardroom. It's like, sorry, this is the worst time for you because you just had 2 women. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 2 men. So what do you think is going to happen here? And of course it was 2 men. Of course they're going to come back later, but it's like, it was 2 men.
The disappointment on his face was hilarious.
Yeah.
But this is when we see a fight from Lucy and Daniel right before we go to the boardroom, where Daniel is just so mad, and he thinks that he's being made to look like a fool just because she rated Olly a 10. I was like, oh.
Well, he does seem like a fool, but not because of the kiss rating.
Right. He's like basically being a pouty child. He's like, you did something wrong. Like, you don't know what you did wrong. She's like, what? What are you talking about? I played a challenge.
They're like talking through the shower.
Yeah.
You know what you did.
Yeah, it's like, what did I do? He's like, and you know, he basically calls her a liar. He's like, I'm not calling you a liar. Like, no, you actually did call her a liar. Because she's like, I didn't mean to like upset you. He's like, are you sure? Like, I think you did. Like,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Meanwhile, Sandy and Louis are pissing each other off, as the toxic couple that they are. And then because Sandy went on this date and she gave the challenge her all. And then Clayton decides to tell Rachel, look, I just don't want to drag this out anymore. Like, my intuition says it's not going to work. So, look, I wish it would have kicked in sooner. Poor girl cries again.
I love Sandy when she's talking to Lou. She's like, what did you want me to do? Kiss bad and be labeled a bad kisser? Like, why would I do that?
Yeah. So there's that. We get to the boardroom. Okay. Clayton's sad. It's all girls. I mean, it's all guys. We get Ray from Love Island, Scott from Love Island UK, Jalen from Too Hot to Handle, and JR from The Ultimatum. They end up matching Rachel and Scott and AD and JR. What do you know about Scott, Kirsten?
So Scott played 3 seasons of Love Island in like 3 months in the summer of 2023. He was on Love Island UK. After he left, within a month, he went on Love Island USA season 5. And then after that didn't work out, he was on Love Island Games. And then he didn't go on any more shows since then.
That's kind of wild.
Reality TV production likes him, but it doesn't seem like anything really real has come of any of it.
Looking at this boardroom, looking at the options, it's like, what did you guys think of the options? It was just like, oh. Like, these are the options.
I mean, and that I feel is often what it's like when you are watching these shows and you see the men. You're like, oh. Like, you'll see the women and it's like, she has a PhD and a Nobel Peace Prize and makes 7 figures a year. And then it's like, he is a guy who was willing to go on this show.
Yeah, it's like that on Married at First Sight too. The women are just
all the shows.
Yeah,
it's every show. It's apparently it is like very, very challenging to find men who are willing to go on these shows. And so it is truly like the drugs of society.
It's a phenomenon.
Listen, all the good guys like me are taken. So I'm sorry, ladies of reality TV. That's you get
what
the,
it
you get the
is.
leftovers. All right.
I did not want to see AD go on this date with JR,
No.
knowing JR from the ultimatum. He
Yeah.
is just, oof.
He's the worst.
Yeah.
Well, and Sandy is here. Sandy's pulling an Ollie. Sandy is like, JR's here. I don't want to match with him. Like I feel like we've explored our thing. But she does go like, well, maybe I should no, I don't think but I'm gonna put him on a date with someone else so he can be in the house so I can talk to him. She pulls at that. He's like, maybe for 8 as she was pairing them up, I was like, no, don't do that to AD. Don't do it. Don't do it. And she did it.
But she's doing it to cause drama and also to make Louis mad.
Exactly. I thought it was funny that we got that short clip of Louis like, what is it? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Or is it me? And he's like, fool me 3 times, F the peace sign. He starts singing J. Cole, rapping J. Cole. We get this date with AD and JR. What was the quote that JR said? I couldn't quite catch it.
Was it his biggest guilty pleasure is stealing a girl from a guy and watching the guy struggle to get his girl back from him?
No, the second one. He said he can do something, a girl.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, Asia's being pure Asia again. Kirsten, this is what she does. She doesn't want to say
I didn't catch that one either.
words.
So Jason, maybe you can help us out.
He says he can dickmatize a girl. Okay.
I wasn't getting that energy from him.
No, but he definitely thinks
a wannabe. He's like, he's an F boy. He's a wannabe F boy. Mm-hmm. He's just like, he's all talk, it seems.
He thinks because he has huge muscles that that carries the day for him. But he doesn't have a personality. He doesn't have like anything deep about him to really kind of justify what he thinks he is. Yeah.
Well, it's hard. You have to count your macros. You have to get a good workout split. What, you're supposed to have a personality too? You're asking too much.
That's a lot.
Not enough time in the day.
Yeah, 80, they go do pottery. 80's like, I want to make you a bowl for your chicken and rice. He's like, I gotta make sure I weigh that before I we put anything in it. I was like, okay, we get it. You really watch your
and
calories.
Like it's not to say that like tracking your food or like having fitness goals is a bad thing, but I'm like, you are literally on a date in Tulum on a reality TV show and you can't just stop for 1 second. To me, that's not healthy.
I just knew this wasn't going to actually turn into anything. They did have that one moment of similarities. They're both one of 7 children.
Oh, yeah. And that means that they are meant to be. Mm-hmm. They should definitely be together because they have the same number of siblings. That's a normal thing.
Exactly. We get the Scott and Rachel date. Rachel does not remember this man's name. And I was wondering at what point in the night does she finally figure it out? Like when they get back and he's like, oh, hey, I'm Scott.
She might still not know to this day.
Here's the key. Well, Scott is not a good one to do it with. But if you are talking to someone or having a conversation to someone and it's like too awkward to ask their name at this point, because you should definitely know it at that point in the conversation, you should just ask them how to spell it.
Oh, I mean, you could still do it with Scott. Some people spell Scott with 1 T.
Yeah, very true. Mm-hmm. Just like, how do you spell your name? They're like SAM.
Like, anyways, cool. It's also like, I think that like Scott's whole thing is that he wants to do like a little bit of roasting. He doesn't like, he wants to have fun and kind of tease. And so I feel like she could have gone away with being like, what's your name again? In like a joking way. And then it maybe could have even made it less awkward because he did not like her. And she kept confusing Wales with England. and assuming that it's the same thing, and you could tell he was pissed. He did not appreciate that.
Yeah,
He was definitely annoyed.
Yeah, it wasn't like a cute little thing.
No, he was like, why are you doing an English accent? Why aren't you doing a Welsh accent? It's okay, well, sorry, she's not prepared with a Welsh accent.
Yeah. So we get back. There's a cocktail party. Clayton realizes now he might be leaving. He realizes he has made a mistake with Rachel, and he actually might be going at this point. What did y'all? Was there any like highlights for you during this cocktail party leading up to the matches?
I like that when they got back, Scott's just down on the couch. Like Rachel's just sitting down, and Madison's like, "You see that? He just took a seat without offering one to Rachel." That's how much Scott does not give a crap about Rachel. He's like, and we'll find out. He's kind of like, yeah, he's kind of like, I'm just here for a good time until I see something better that I want. It's pretty much Scott and Rachel's trajectory for the rest of the drop. So that was interesting. He's like, yeah, I'll stick around, I guess.
Yeah, it literally was not. It was done before it started, and it seemed, but I mean, they do match.
It's like they matched, but it was because it's like, oh shit, the bar's closed and everyone else has already left, and I need to go home with somebody.
I'll take the scraps.
Yeah, and it can't be Clayton because he literally broke my heart earlier today.
If she had matched with Clayton, even if it was like, listen, I know that we're not together, and hopefully we can like look out for each other to actually find someone that we like. Even then, I would have been like, stand up, Rachel. Like, absolutely not. And so I'm glad that she didn't.
It might be a toxic trait for Rachel to be with men that she can't see that aren't actually interested in her. Cause like we got her with Clayton. We now get her with Scott, who we all can see Scott is not really into this. And I think Rachel thinks that Scott is into this. It's like, oh, Rachel. You don't even
know. Poor girl. I thought it was funny when JR called Olly Augie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then
Ollie's pissed. Olly is not happy.
He was not. Especially they walked in holding hands. But I forgot that JR lore that he like waited until he was married at 22 to have sex. And then now he's just kind of like soaring his wild oats.
Yeah, but I'm like, I didn't need to know that. That was actually none of my business to begin with. That's outside of my pay grade.
Yeah. Clayton decides to let me pull Rachel aside one more time to really just hammer it in. My intuition was wrong. I've hurt you enough. I want you to be happy. She's like, wow, we just broke up for a third time.
Yeah, because he's just leaving. I think he means he's leaving the show. Like, I don't like he's quitting. He's like, I don't want to come back on any more dates. I don't want anything else to do with this. It's obviously not for me. Bye.
Yeah. So we end up getting Clayton and JR to go home. And our matches end up being Lucy and Daniel, Madison and Freddie, Sandy and Louie, Rachel and Scott, and Adi and Olly.
So, well, you know, Asia, as the two people that have seen Sandy and JR interact, what did you think of the rekindling of their match? I thought for a minute, I thought that Sandy was going to try and match with JR, but then she pulled the U-turn and still decided to go with Louie.
You know, I was surprised because I'd always imagined like they probably revisited things after the show, and she said they haven't seen each other since the ultimatum. So if I'm trusting her at her word, that really was just they were physically attracted to each other and there was nothing more to that trial marriage.
Yeah, you know, I like this little game that Sandy and Louie are playing by making each other jealous and then being like, nah, just kidding. You're the only one for me. And JR's confidence of like, well, no one's going to turn me down. And then he just proceeds to get turned down.
Actually going home in the
Gotta go.
Yeah.
It's a really great character arc for me as a JR hater. I really love that character progression.
Yeah. We got one more compatibility challenge in to test physical chemistry, where they're up in the sky trying to get these balls out of this thing.
Yeah, you said like, balls, Asia. You said balls. I get it.
Ha-
that was a maturity level of this
It
challenge.
was.
Well, that's like if anyone has ever done the like minute to win it challenges, and you have the one where there's like you have like a Kleenex box tied
on
around your waist
back.
with ping pongs in it, and you have to get the balls out of the Kleenex box without using your hands, like that. They just tried to make a bigger version of that up in the air. Nick Lachey's face when the like box is lifted up in the air and everyone's like, oh my god. I was like, what are we doing here?
He's
What do
enjoying
you
it too much.
mean? Send him home to his wife. Like, there's also
We're getting
a point,
so much of him.
there's a point in this batch where he literally like sneaks into the cocktail party. Like,
He's trying to make it
No.
interesting, Kirsten. He's trying to have some fun. Okay, he doesn't want to just walk into place anymore. He wants to weird dance into them. He wants to be
No.
goofy. Well, let him have some fun. He has nothing
Just-
else to do but come in and say the same thing every time. Hey guys, this is the mixer. This time, if in case you didn't realize it, 2 guys or 2 girls are going home this time. He has to mix it up a little
No.
bit, do some fun stuff. What do you?
I'm begging someone, anyone, to invite Nick Lachey to your wedding so that he can just like go dance and be a weirdo. And I think it would really get a lot of this out of his system.
Pay him his $1,000 fee to come and sing some 98 Degree hits for you at your
No,
wedding.
I think if you just sent him an invitation, he'd probably show up with a lovely gift.
Possibly.
Yeah. So Daniel and Lucy end up winning. They do this date where they tie each other up.
No, and this made me so uncomfortable.
He said no.
No, like what do you mean? Oh, it goes from paint each other, make churros. Now you're gonna tie each other up to show that you're compatible. Hello? In the light of day?
With no shame? None?
Yeah. So there's that date. They do get to go to the boardroom where we get 2 guys and 2 girls. We get Ray from Love Island, Jalen from Too Hot to Handle, Olivia Ray from Temptation Island, and Justine from Love Island. So they're not picking who's coming in the house because all 4 of the people are coming in the house. What they're doing is they're ranking the couples that are in the house, and what they decided, in the twist of all twists, that the 2 top-rated couples that they've determined, they're going to decide which one of them, a guy and a girl, are going on a date. The other one has to go out of the house. Why?
This is terrible. I didn't like this. I thought they should have done this for the lowest compatible couples. Like,
my jaw dropped. Why are they getting punished for having a connection?
Because they are being tortured. This is what the show is about. Listen, is it a good twist? Well, it depends on what you want. Do you want people to find love? Or do you want me sitting on my couch to be going, hee hee ha ha, that's hilarious? For the second, great twist. Torture them.
For the first, not so
I can
much.
see the argument for that. But I also I think it's results based for me, right? Like AD and Olly, who I've been enjoying, one of them has to leave. And the worst option has to leave. AD has to leave. Come on, not cool.
Well, you know, I don't want that, but I know she'll be back. I also would not be surprised at all if this was a double fake where they're like, these are the people who have to leave, and then it's like they weird dance in like Nick Lachey, like onto the date.
Yeah.
I think what would have been better if they did fake them out. And like we have Olly and Justine, who was at the mixer later, really getting real cozy, and that's when we bring AD back in to see like what the hell are you doing? I think that would have been the best thing. But they decided to go another route, which I didn't love. But my thing is like, why not get rid of least compatible ones so we can cut some dead weight, so we can cut some like non-entertaining people.
Right. I didn't like this at all. I didn't get the point. I get like, okay, testing those strong connections since they're not like leaving the house and flying back to the US.
They're going to a hotel jail when they go back.
Yeah, they're going to a hotel for a little bit. And so what they got was basically group dates. 80 was crying. Freddie was like, man, it sucks. And then Madison and Olly are like, well, time to get ready for my date.
So listen, when and here's the thing, right? Here's the test of your relationship. If they say AD, you gotta go, and Olly doesn't go, I'm going to.
I'm going to. Like,
then
what's
it's
the
like,
point of me to
well,
stay?
if AD starts walking to the door and Olly doesn't follow her, it's like, oh, okay. Like,
I don't think they're allowed to do that on Perfect Match.
I guess.
Well, because do they do that on Love Island?
It has definitely happened throughout the years, but we heard in this most recent US season that literally someone was saying, "Oh no, I'm leaving," with my connection, and production like talked them out of it and was like, "No, don't do that."
I can see where you're contractually obligated to stay, but then you throw the rest of the day to be like, nope, I don't want you. Bye.
Yeah.
But Olly goes on his damn date. It's just like,
had the time of his life.
Sup, ladies? Like, oh wow. Like you just boo watch AD boohoo cry about leaving you 10 minutes ago. And now you're like, I'm all about it. Let's massage some bodies, ladies. For him not to be like, nope, to sit down on the beach, like, nope, I'm not doing nothing.
He needed to boycott any act on that date. How can they watch that together at home? He better have been as transparent as possible, because how does a pregnant AD at home sit next to him, watch him rub down Justine and Olivia?
There was many conversations had, I'm sure, at the AD Olly house after this episode.
100%.
You really want a Madison. Madison seems like a ride or die, because Madison went to this boxing date and you could tell she was just not.
She's just having a good time
into it. She's like, I'm here because, like, I'm basically here so I won't get fined. She pulled a Marshawn Lynch, like, I'm just here. Like, we get to go boxing. Great. Like, yeah, this guy looks good, but what they didn't show you is like, yeah, but he's no Freddy. They cut that out of the edit.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
She was just like,
she's like, I have a high school crush on Freddie. I don't want to be here.
Yeah, she definitely was like showing she was here for the assignment, but you can tell she did not want to be here.
She did her job. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So we come back to the cocktail party. Sandy is riding for her girl AD and does not like how happy Olly looks coming in, holding both of their hands. So we find out in another turn of events, the new women and the new men that came in cannot match each other, but everyone else is fair game.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, right? Because you don't want them just being like, hey, let's match so we survive.
Yeah.
In the house. So that makes sense that they wouldn't let the new people match up.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Olly, he's flirting heavy with Olivia. He's Justine comes in and interrupts. He's still flirting with Justine. Madison's like getting to know Ray and Jalen's making his rounds. He's like, I'm gonna talk to everybody. So, you know, it was kind of one of those like, okay, we all have to figure out what connections we're making. Yeah, I still was thinking about AD this entire time.
Of course, like, as Olly should have been, right?
Exactly. I was waiting for the confessional of him saying, yeah, like this is great and all, but I'm still thinking about my girl AD.
Yeah.
But again, like he could have said that and they were like, we want to make him look as bad as possible.
And Kirsten, I was down for your line of thinking, because he didn't do anything super outwardly inappropriate during the mixer. But we get back to the room and we hear it's like no. And you can tell Olly, like you got the little camera in the room.
Camera.
Olly's like, oh shit. I've been seen. I've been caught. I didn't know those cameras moved. I didn't know that was happening.
Sexy as God.
No. Yeah, I was like, oh no. Like all these stuff is getting thrown out on the lawn when AD sees this back at home while she's pregnant, and like, oh, this was, I mean, we still don't know what is yet to come on the actual show because AD will be back. So maybe they hash all this out during the rest of the season. But to see it like this is like, oh, that's gotta be
I mean, they have to. They have to hash it out. Like if Olly could do all this and then not hash it out with AD, and then they get engaged and he raids her womb to make her pregnant. No. That's like insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's insane. I mean, but clearly have it worked out. Like there's no way that they went into all this in like 80s finding this out for the first time. I would think. But this was the other time that Daniel got embarrassed because Lucy is literally talking to Ray about the fact that her ex has the same birthday as him. And so they're ha ha he like laughing about that. And Daniel said, you were laughing way too hard with him.
So you were embarrassing me.
You were if you saw me laughing that hard, you would be pissed too.
Yeah. You're not allowed to have fun if it's not with me. It has Oh, you laughed with another man? Straight to jail.
I am the only source of your joy.
Yeah, get him off this show.
Yeah, he's trash. He's terrible. Like the only time we ever hear him talk is when he's like being weird to Lucy of like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry, but I only do this because I care so much about you. It's like,
I know.
That's not good.
You only act weird and bad because you care? Oh, got it. Just the love story I've been waiting for my whole life.
Right, exactly. And she falls for it again. She's just like, okay, great, let's match. It's like,
let's match, Daniel.
I can't want more for you, Lucy, than you want for yourself. So I don't know.
100, exactly. Yeah, precisely that.
Speaking of toxic, Louis is trying to flirt and get his revenge on Sandy, and he questions her intentions for being here, but they end up matching anyway. Just
do you think Louis saw like Ray and Jalen? I don't got much to worry about, right? Like I can do my thing. She's still gonna come back to me at the end of the night, right? Like Ray and Jalen don't got nothing on me. Okay. Ray and Jalen aren't JR. Like she doesn't have a history with these people like she had with JR. That's a threat. Jalen and Ray, like, okay, I can do whatever I want. She'll still be back.
Yeah. So we get Lucy and Daniel, Madison and Jalen, Rachel and Scott, Olly and Justine, and Louis and Sandy. We unfortunately have to say goodbye to Olivia Ray and Ray. So yeah, the next thing that we find out is now it's like Casa Amor style, where the men are going to be hanging out with the single women, the women are going to be hanging out with the single men, and the men are just like, "Ooh, this is a hall pass, gonna have a great time," and in walks AD.
Lord, did they learn nothing from last season? Like this whole exercise last season was one of the biggest scandals on last season, because for whatever reason, the guys get like, no one's ever going to know what we did here. Like, disregard all these cameras. No one's ever going to figure out what we were up to here. Like, really, you think it's going to work out?
And last season, it was when Harry Jowsey was like specifically trying to hide things from the cameras so that he could then lie and gaslight Jessica that it had never happened.
Yeah,
exactly.
So, yeah, I think we're going to get another really good, singles mixer, I guess is what they're calling this.
Right.
And I think the big highlight here is what we saw right at the end with, AD and Olly getting back together.
Yeah, Olly's like, "Hey, babe."
Hey, and Olly's like, it's like he didn't even realize that AD was going to be there. It's like, who's that? Oh, snap! That's AD. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Like,
it's so silly. I did see QT. If I squinted, I saw QT in the background.
Yeah.
So she will be here. So we should be seeing more of her in the next drop.
I'm just wondering how QT is gonna do. I don't know if this is her.
Like, who of these men would she be into?
Right.
Yeah, and she said that filming this was the hardest show she's filmed out of any show that she's done, and I think she's posted as well, like, I'm not looking forward to watching myself try to flirt because I'm not good at it. So I think we'll maybe get some funny moments, but I just hope that it's not like horrible.
Yeah. So we get the coming up on. We see Juliet's coming back. We know that we're going to get to see more of the singles mixer, and we'll get to see. We'll be closer to seeing which couple wins. Perfect match.
Yeah. So the only people we haven't from the cast announced, we have not seen Hannah. So.
And should we talk a little bit about the potential drama there?
Yeah. Let's dig a little bit into that.
So when this cast was announced, Hannah posted on her Instagram a picture of herself, like the cast announcement for Perfect Match, with the caption like, "And now I'm engaged." But there's no evidence of like who she's with. People really leaned into like, oh my God, Hannah met her fiance on Perfect Match. She's doing like Perfect Match story time, TikToks, all of that. We also found out this week that she is actually pregnant. But she hasn't been on the show, and she's alleging that she's been edited out of the show for some kind of unknown reason, perhaps related to how they won't let her show her fiance on social media. But
Wow.
AD and Olly have been allowed to do so.
Yeah.
They have favorites. Well, it's interesting because that means like maybe she just didn't have, like, they were like, we could do without that storyline, like whatever happened in the episodes.
It might just be super easy to to edit her out. Like that could be the thing where it's just like she didn't do nothing, so it's we just can just say she was never there, I guess.
She,
But
probably met her fiance in hotel jail.
Probably. But she was on the official cast announcements.
Mhm.
It looks like we've met all the men that we're going to meet, because we've met all the men on the cast announcement. The only people on the cast announcement that we haven't had much time with are QT and Hannah. So interesting that we've met almost everyone in this first drop.
All right. So yeah, that's it for our coverage of episodes 2 through 6. We will be back to talk about episodes 7 through 9, and then again to talk about the finale, or I guess maybe might be the reunion, but episode 10 we'll be back to talk
Well, they
about
don't
that
really
separately.
they don't really have reunions for this.
Yeah,
Right?
I think it'll just be finale.
I mean, not like a reunion, but they talk about like when they're all sitting up there talking about, like, everybody's sitting in front of Nick Lachey.
I mean, that's the finale before they vote.
Right. But
I
guess
remember
that's
the
what they
drop
just
schedule
meant by
is.
coming up.
Yeah.
Well, either way, we'll talk about episode 10 in a separate podcast. Make sure you leave some comments. Make sure you subscribe to the Hot Dummies on Islands feed and the Love at First Sight feed. And let us know how you're enjoying the coverage of this season. Kirsten, where can people keep up with you?
Yeah, so you can listen to Mess Magnets, where myself and Sasha Joseph are talking pop culture, celebrity gossip, trending topics. You can also go to patreon.com/messmagnets, where we are releasing additional exclusive content. And you can follow me everywhere at Kirsten Said What.
Awesome. Jason, what about you?
Yeah, you can find me here, of course. You can find me on my other podcast, The Good Pod. We're doing a rewatch of The Good Wife, me and Marissa Garza, so check that out. We're also covering the Gilded Age over on the Gilded Pod, so if that's something that floats your boat, head on over there. And of course, me and Asia have the podcast, A Perfect Match, not to be confused with the show, where
the show came after.
Yeah, the show came after. We did it first. We are talking Married at First Sight. We are currently on our Patreon doing older seasons until the new season comes out. So we're talking season 11 right now over on the A Perfect Match Patreon. So patreon.com/perfect match is where you want to go for that.
Yep. We're having a great time doing that. So make sure you come join in on the fun. And you can follow me on all social media at Asia Like Asia. That's AYSHA, like ASIA. Thank you all so much for sticking with us. And we will see you next time for episodes 7 through 9. Bye.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.